You're on the road beyond. Welcome. I'm Todd Duplantis. Great to have you with us today. We are at the HCC TV studios in Houston, Texas, with another episode of the show. My co-host, Doug O'Brien, joining me as usual.
Happy to be here. Don't forget to like, follow, and share on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel. You can follow us there and subscribe. It's absolutely free. And a little bonus, Todd also posts a lot of our stuff on X at Todd Duplantis 65. Did I get that right?
That's right. At Todd Duplantis 65, all lowercase. It's free.
What did I call it? Did I say X or did I say Twitter?
You said X.
Oh, okay.
Formerly known as Twitter. Yeah. You know, if you haven't noticed, Facebook's done something new. So all of our live we used to live stream this show. Well, they're taking down the live streams, we're assuming for cloud size, because you think some big news is happening.
Yeah, can I say?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
What I've heard, the rumor mill, is that Facebook is going to be taking over, what's it called? TikTok. Yeah, and so think about all the videos just here in America alone.
Cloud size got to be incredibly massive.
You've got to have so much massive space, not just to run it, but to save all the videos. So those live videos, I think that's why they're going away.
Yeah. So when you go to our Facebook page, you'll notice a number of the videos, the content's not available. Go to our YouTube channel. It is free. You can subscribe. You can watch all of the shows since day one. This is show number 120. Welcome.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. How many is this for me? Like,
didn't you start around you started around the 100th episode. Yeah. You did a 100th.
Yeah, I think it was right before
that.
By the way, you can always find us at the Road Beyond podcast. Just type that in.
So look for it, and we are free on YouTube. So we've got a lot to dig into today. We told you a few weeks ago about the mysterious object Oumuamua. Remember that? It was a foreign interstellar object that traversed our solar system back in 2017.
And now, just to remind you, what made this interesting as opposed to other objects that have come through our atmosphere or through our area is the way it moved. It actually accelerated, which was unusual.
Yeah, and this sparked a lot of controversy and people wondering what is going on. Was it a natural visitor or possibly an alien created one?
So, as if that's not enough, we're here again because there is a third object with similar characteristics whipping on by.
Yeah, this was all over the aforementioned X platform over the last couple of weeks. This isn't just another comet. This is 31 Atlas, the third interstellar object that has been spotted after the mysterious Oumuamua back in 2017 and the comet Borisov in 2019.
I want to know who names these things.
Some of them get out there. That's way out there.
The third time's the charm, or is this an existential threat? But you don't have to worry. No sci-fi invasion here, at least that we're aware of so far. NASA says it's just giving us a casual flyby at about 61 kilometers per second. Think about how fast that is.
Let's put this in perspective. 61 kilometers a second. That's about 201 million miles per hour. That's like a Manhattan-sized iceberg decided to go full F1 through our entire solar system. Speaking of Manhattan size, estimates say it's roughly 10 to 30 kilometers across. So this thing's huge, massive.
Think about it. That is bigger than a lot of small towns. I grew up in a small town. This thing is bigger than the town I grew up in.
It's insane.
It's nuts. And it's bigger than you think, not just a small town, but all of them combined collectively. So imagine turning around and seeing this thing, right? A 20-kilometer size rock with a glowing tail heading your way. Not exactly the same feeling you get when you see the ice cream truck headed down the street.
Now, seriously, though, this is fascinating. Detected by Atlas in Chile on July 1st and traced back to June 14th, or July 1st, and trace all the way back to the 14th, I should say, just in time for summer stargazers. Its eccentric hyperbolic orbit, eccentricity, 6 confirms it's not just a wacky comet, but something truly alien, we might say.
Astronomers are calling it the most hyperbolic visitor yet, which is way more eccentric than the one we talked about, Oumuamua and Borisov. Not only is it fast, it's also riding in style. I mean, that glowing head and that's just cool.
You can't go wrong with this
No.
thing. Worldwide, astronomers are keeping up with the joyride. The Eastern Space Observatory captured this video posted by space.com. Check out the glowing comet and tail dancing across the sky. Amateur astrophotographers in Austria and elsewhere are also jumping in on it.
NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter might even get a photo op when it zooms by Mars in October, which is a short distance away for them. Okay, keep it all in space terms, right? I'll tell you, it's 0.2 AU, and if you know what that means, God bless you. Mars, though, could be the ultimate space paparazzi, which would be awesome.
Yeah, now it dips closest to our sun around October 29th through 30th, then swings back out of our sight as it passes behind the sun. That's right. But experts at NASA say don't panic. Earth isn't at risk. The nearest approach is more than 240 million kilometers away. No problem.
That's just like if someone from another zip code said, oh, I'm just going to drop by for some coffee, right? Safe, but still awesome.
Now, beyond the spectacle, there's real science here. This is the first interstellar object showing comet-like behavior, gas, dust, tail, indicating icy composition. That suggests comet-type visitors might be more common than we previously thought.
I have a feeling that all of these things flying by are basically saying, hey, guys, you might want to put up some more telescopes.
Yeah,
right?
Take another look at it.
I want to see these up close and personal. But our sample size, think about it, has just doubled from one weird rock to one icy blob to now two comet-like interstellar bits.
Now, here's the real question, Doug. Do you want to call this thing the official name, which would be C/2025 N1 Atlas, or stick with the James Bond moniker 31 Atlas?
I think you got to go with the 31 Atlas, right? The James Bond style is so much better, but I don't know. Why can't they give it cool names like Ozzy just retired, right? So why can't we call it Ozzy?
That could be the next one.
That's what
Maybe that would be the one that brings us real aliens. Now, in the meantime, we have some prime observing windows for this comet through September, then again December through early 2026. Amateur astronomers are gearing up. You know, they're just getting all giddy about this. And virtual live streams are planned. ESO Virtual Telescope Project, space.com. Man, they are all, you know what, going crazy.
It's like an astronomy orgy. It's like I just cannot wait for this, right? So you can grab your telescopes or your binoculars and give it a shot. Or, you know what, if you don't have that option, you can tune in online. This celestial visitor is giving us a rare peek, and think about this, of material from another star system, kind of like a cosmic pen pal. That's amazing to think about.
Well, just to recap, not to cause any concern, with the speed, size, and psi factor, 31 Atlas is the headline of the solar show right now. And with no threat to Earth, we get the thrill without the chills.
That's actually really cool. I'd hope they get some better photos of that, because
I hope we can determine one of these things is actually alien craft. They're saying it could be aliens. Well, but you know,
there is always still the talk that there is not an invasion, but a visitation from a galactic.
And they're making they're giving us, they're kind of preparing us for it right now.
Could this be like throwing like a paper airplane at someone just to get there?
Let's see what happens with this one. Let's shoot the galaxy. Why not?
Let's head back to Mars, all right? We've got something interesting. So I want you to take a look at this recent video that was posted on X and tell me what you see here, Todd.
I know what I saw. You take a look at this, and it looks like something we have on Earth. And this is a shot from a Mars Rover.
Yes.
That looks like a human characteristics on a face.
It does look like a face.
I'm not sure what the heck this is here. No idea what that is. They're zooming. I don't know. They're zooming into something. Could be another sculpture. But this looks very reminiscent of something we have much closer here on Earth, which we're going to show you right now. You
I'm
think
just
that's
trying-
crazy on Mars? Look
yeah,
at this.
that's
Could it
what I
be a
was
Sphinx?
thinking. That it looks exactly like a Sphinx that's
Yeah.
just been weathered down over time.
As this Sphinx is, of course, they rebuilt some of it. There's many theories on what this actually was.
I mean, the winds are crazy on Mars. So
Yeah.
if you took that image and imagine it, softened up and rounded off from wind erosion, it would look like what they captured on Mars.
Well, this kind of ties in on what we talked about in last week's show,
Mm-hmm.
where we talked about, how the CIA had an operation when they had a remote viewer who took people out to Mars and actually remote viewed scenes from the past where Mars had some type of war and there were people there trying to get away. And those people could be us.
And sticking with the Egyptian theme,
Yeah.
the pyramids, they believe, were on Mars that have also been eroded over time.
Right.
Several pyramids. So it does fit, but I mean, how in the world does that happen? That's the real question. If it's real, how does that happen?
If it's real, how does it happen? Let us know in the comments below this, below if you're watching us on YouTube. Make sure you let us know in the comments here. But one way or another, Sphinx or not, we'll determine. Okay, let's take a short break. We're going to be talking. You sent me this story, and this is wild, folks.
I'll tell you, it was just the picture that got my attention. I'll just tell you, lava lamps.
In cybersecurity.
Yeah.
More on that coming up next.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I came back to grow my skills, even after I graduated.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
We remember September 11th, 2001. We remember the first responders who gave their lives on that day. But now, there's an entire generation of young men and women who can't recall where they were on that day, or how America came together as one in the weeks that followed. Join us as we come together once again for Travis Manion Foundation's 9/11 Heroes Run, and together, we can keep the legacies of our fallen alive.
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast. I'm Doug O'Brien. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. We're on all the social media sites, along here with Todd DePlantis.
So you sent me this story, Doug. We're gonna try to unpack this for you. This is just weird.
Well, let me set up how I found it, because this is really what caught my eye. Is I just saw a whole row of lava lamps.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to have that in my home.
I read the story, and that's what blew my
What they're
mind.
being used for. The next story is a blast from the 70s meets cutting-edge cybersecurity. Picture this, a wall of 100 lava lamps in the lobby of a building. That building happened to be Cloudflare's San Francisco headquarters. That's right. But it's more than just retro decor. They actually power encryption for 10% of global internet traffic.
Think about that. Lava lamps is keeping your information safe. So those swirling blobs are helping to protect you when you're on sites like Uber or OkCupid, Fitbit, whatever. That's it right there. All of those lava lamps. And it's not just for show, but you can go and see these things, but it's a wall of entropy is what they're calling it. And it's legit high-tech security, which I'm sure you're thinking, how in the world does this work?
Well, here's how it works. Ceiling-mounted camera records the random movements and light fluctuations from each lava lamp. Each snapshot is full of unpredictable pixel data, perfect to generate cryptographically secure keys.
It is chaos by design, much like my life, right? But
Not by design.
Well, true, it is not by design.
Yeah, this is.
But think about it, those blobs are moving all the time, and it's you cannot predict it. And so they never form the same pattern twice, and that randomness is what is gold in the encryption business. Mixing the lamp data with Linux OS entropy, they feed we calling this C-Spring?
Yeah.
Is that
C-Spring,
okay? Yeah, I'm not a tech guy, so you have to forgive me. But they create unbreakable keys for SSL and TLS connections.
And talk about an open door policy. Visitors are encouraged to wander by the wall. Their presence, walking, chatting, phones clicking, adds more variability and randomness into the whole equation. Just being human there helps the internet stay safe. Do your part.
Think about that. That is crazy. That being human is helping the internet as
Stay
opposed,
safe,
as opposed to the internet being there for us. But if you've ever walked past a lava lamp and you just think to yourself, oh, that's cute, just know that your shadow on those lava lamps also helps with the encryption because of the randomness that's involved. So we are all part of the process.
Now, Cloudflare did not invent lava lamp encryption. It's inspired by SGI's 1996 system. But in 2017, they relaunched it as Lava RAN, feeding entropy into internal API for production servers.
Wired magazine even called it the hardest working office design in America that encrypts our data. So those psychedelic volcanoes are thwarting hackers and giving you flashbacks.
But that's just San Francisco for you.
In a nutshell.
Cloudflare's global offices each have quirky, similar counterparts. In fact, London has double pendulums swinging unpredictably. Singapore counts radioactive decay. And Lisbon is about to install, was going to be my favorite, I got to get one of these, wave machines. You remember them?
I honestly had no idea that this kind of stuff was
Some
being
nerd
used.
thought of this, and it's brilliant.
It is absolutely brilliant because of the randomness of it. So chaos is turned into cryptography. And it reminds me a bit of the way the randomness and the creation of our stars and our universe, when you think about it.
Yeah. Security experts explain why this matters. Computers are deterministic and predictable, right? Making truly random keys is hard. Lava lamps offer true unpredictability, perfect to seed algorithms. And we've all learned about those over the past few years.
And let's not forget about the scale of this. Cloudflare handles about 19% of all websites. That's 55 million requests per second and secures a chunk of them with the lava lamp fueled randomness.
So next time you log into somewhere whether it be, into your bank or a dating app or Facebook, somewhere in San Francisco, lava blobs are pulsing to keep you and the world safe.
I never thought that something that came from the 70s.
I know.
Imagine what they could do with pet rocks.
Just think about that. I just want to see the wave. I love the wave machines, and I want to see that in action.
Well, even the random in London with the pendulums. It's just, I never thought that something silly would do it.
I mean,
I don't know, but I would love to talk to one of those guys. I want to know, what was the inspiration?
The
were you just high one night staring at your lava lamp?
I'm guessing you're on to something there.
Listening to Pink Floyd. Dude, this would be so cool.
These guys were burning one at the late night oil, and next day, lava lamp. I can do something with that.
It's a lot like the TV show, I believe it was on HBO, Silicon Valley. Where they have weird, random, sometimes disgusting things they talk about, they use in their algorithms. And it just reminds me of that more than anything else.
It's crazy. We'll see where it takes us next.
All right, time for fact or fiction.
Now, a few days ago, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, she's been in the news on X a lot lately. She's known for her persistent efforts on UFO transparency, ignited a viral storm on X. She replied to an artist's rendering of a surreal, many-eyed wing feature, writing, "Actual representation of angels 10 to 10 post." The image closely resembles descriptions of the biblical Ophanim, celestial guardians from ancient texts.
Speaking of doing drugs, this is like something you would see out of some really bad trip. The Ophanim is described as a class of celestial beings in Jewish and Christian theology, often associated with wheels and seen in Ezekiel's vision of God's chariot. They're described as having multiple eyes, being part of the heavenly host guarding God's throne and acting as a symbol of divine power and omnipresence. In some traditions, they are even considered one of the highest orders of angels.
Now, what makes this intriguing is that the U.S. Representative Luna chairs a congressional task force. That task force is focused on declassifying secrets of the government. Think about many things ranging from the JFK files to UFOs. Her post reignited a culture of discussion. Are UFO sightings merely misunderstood spiritual experiences?
That is fascinating. I actually did a little research, and in Numbers and I believe Kings in the Bible, it does mention the way angels are described, and sometimes they're not seen at all until their presence needs to be seen. That could be why it kind of comes and goes.
Comes and goes with
all
it.
the time.
Right.
Now, Mitch Horowitz, a historian and commentator featured on HBO Max's Alien Encounters Fact or Fiction, says these moments are reflections of our cultural lens. An anomalous encounter might sound like the modernist versions of scripture on which they were raised. He explained, suggesting age-old icons like angels and modern alien archetypes share the same roots in human imagination, which is a fascinating concept.
So the question is this fact or fiction? If you grew up with religious or biblical imagery, you might naturally interpret a strange phenomenon as angelic, whereas someone with a sci-fi background may see, you got it, extraterrestrials.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, these are two definitely distinct areas.
Though. It's plausible.
Yeah, I mean, it's plausible, but the biggest difference when you see the image itself, you've got the many-winged, multi-eyed Ophanim, but then you've also got the little gray alien, just like we've always seen with the eyes being slanted and out and big, and it's just, I don't know how you get the two together.
That's a big difference than those little angel things that we be, flying around that we were taught. I guess that came from the Renaissance area where you got the actual traditional angels. Now you got the real representatives, and they're scary as hell.
Right.
They
and
really are.
When it comes to angels, there are different levels. You do have the little cherubs, but those are not the
cherubs.
Typical,
yeah.
That's not the typical ones, right?
No.
They can get kind of crazy looking, and I'm not kidding. It is like a bad trip if you've read any of it in the Bible.
Going back to the whole theme of the show, people getting high.
Yeah, that seems to be it.
It started early, and we're still there right now.
We didn't know that's what it was going to be about, but we found the common thread.
When we do these shows, we record these live, right? So what you get is what we got going on right now.
Absolutely.
The question, though, whether you lean towards interstellar visitors, divine messengers, something completely different, Luna's post it caused a lot going on. Now, it highlights the power of cultural frameworks in interpreting the unknown. As UFO disclosure advances, the question isn't just what's out there, but how we describe it.
Just how high do you want to be to try to understand?
Yeah, how many do you want to? Yeah.
I don't know.
Night.
It's a crazy idea. I get what she's saying. I don't know that if I'm buying into it completely. I see two completely different entities there.
She knew what she was doing when she posted that on X.
Oh, absolutely.
She knew exactly.
Because here we are talking about
exactly.
That's
so
what.
Congratulations, Representative
Right.
Luna. All right. When we come back, we've got the viewer's favorite of our episodes. We've got it coming up. Bare Necessities.
Window Warrior Project helped me find the strength to go further than I ever thought possible.
I was able to come out of my shell and really connect with others.
So I can feel like part of a team, part of the community again.
It's possible to live better.
It's possible to have a voice and to be heard.
To feel understood.
To find peace.
Because I've experienced firsthand that anything is possible.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Love it or lose it.
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast.
One of our favorite parts. It's time for bare necessities.
So I procured a certain amount of videos that are going to, give you a bit of interest here. Let's take a look at the first one. I like to call this one Friendly Canadian Bear. Well, it kind of speaks for itself. There you go.
Hey.
He's like, yo, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. And he waves bye twice. Those folks in Canada, they're just amazing. They even teach their bears how to be polite.
That is absolutely fascinating. Is he at the checkpoint when you cross over into Canada now?
Well, they've actually gotten rid of Canadian officers.
Right.
And they replaced them with bears because of problems with America. But that one obviously is too friendly. You ever wonder what happened when gorillas get caught in the rain at the zoos? I know I haven't, but take a look at this. We've got 3 scenarios here. One of them
I just love this. My hair. I don't want to mess up my hair.
Where did he get a blanket that he's running around with?
But it's like...
And this guy's got his lunch he grabbed, and he's going back in. So
it's like, I just went to the hairdresser.
Yeah. And there's another one. This guy is really clear in some latitude.
I don't know how people...
And he's hiding for the rain.
Why is he hiding in the bushes near the water?
I think he
did not think that's through.
That's where he's going. And I think there's he slid. Yeah, that one's sliding into home. Yeah, that's one of them. This guy, he doesn't
You know what?
care.
You know what his deal is? I'm old. I've seen some stuff, and I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
That's
care.
it. I'm not running.
He's not running. He's going to let the other ones run.
I got a bad hip.
Yeah,
bad knees.
Yeah, then he's just moving along there. Yeah.
I'm surprised that they are so freaked out by rain. I know they don't like water necessarily.
Except for the one who ran in the water to get away from the rain.
Well, they can't swim though, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I'm surprised that they freak out so much over rain. It's surprising.
I just want to know where that one got the blanket he was covering himself with. I like to call this next clip, these two are apparently dating. Take a look at these two monkeys. One of them's eating. And guess which one is the female?
I'm the one without the apple, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm assuming they're dating.
Give him that look.
Come on, honey. Take a bite. Just one bite. Look, really, you really want a bite of this? And no, she's not having any of it. She's even annoyed with him. So obviously they're dating.
She's giving him that look.
Yeah, he grabs her face.
Yeah,
that always works.
Look into my eye.
I mean, can't you? When you're having an argument with your spouse or significant other, and they looked away, and you grab their face and make them look. It works every time. Here's another tip.
You look like this afterwards. There's
exactly.
There's no way.
Yeah, if you're having an argument with your spouse and she's shorter than you, tap her on top of the head and say, "Calm down, little woman." That works really well as well. Works very well.
Yeah. Just in case you don't know, that is called sarcasm.
It's sarcasm.
Yeah.
It actually was in a meme. I got it from a meme. Calm down, little.
Right. I'm shorter, so I can't do that. I get quiet. I'm usually very talkative and very loud, but if I get really, really mad, I get quiet.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I get vindictive.
He turns into the Hulk.
Right.
He's got that inside of him too. Folks, we are out of time this week. Thanks for joining us this week on the Road Beyond podcast. I'm Todd Duplantis.
I'm Doug O'Brien. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. You can find us everywhere at the Road Beyond podcast.
We'll see you next week.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I am blind, but I need not see. I know this road is there for me.